Hi guys, this is me making my Genshin Impact OC, Hushen. A lot of this is sped up because it took me over an hour and 30 to make this also. Some of the parts are cut out for conveniency. So this is my OC Hushen, which is Chinese for flower god. She is a fallen archon from the Archon War. Hushen was actually not an archon of flowers, but the archon of soil and dirt. She can manipulate dirt and soil and can go underground anywhere the land is made of a layer of soil and move around in it like she is swimming in water. She is also a shapeshifter like Morax and Barbados. Although unlike those two specifically Venti, she doesn't have a form she is confined to mentally. She usually takes a human form, which is the one in making now. Although she also uses a calico cat and an elk, frequently an elk for traversing and a cat when she needs to get around humans. She was a small and young archon in the war and didn't have a bit following like Havria the archon of salt or Ojal. Back then she was very energetic and cocky and initiated a duel with Morax Zhongli. Her plan was she would win the fight, as she didn't think a god of contracts would be as strong as someone like her who could manipulate the ground. And then at the last second reveal she was not planning to kill him at all, although this backfired on her remarkably. She underestimated Morax's power, and halfway through the fight he released a powerful attack with his spear similar to what he used to create the Cayenne Stone Forest, but on a much smaller and less dangerous scale that she wasn't able to dodge and took face first. She was flung backwards and the impact was enough to defeat her at the brink of death. She let the soil around her absorb her body and created a seal around herself, making a small pocket underneath the ground that over a century would help her survive and rejuvenate her powers. She learned how to control the pocket so that she could adjust the temperature, lighting, and the dirt around it, although she made sure it would be impossible for her to break the seal until the ground recognized she had regained her powers. After 1,000 years later, Aka present time, about when Traveler had just left for Fontaine, the seal broke itself in her sleep and she was able to leave. Now she travels around Liu and Liu Harbor, enjoying all the new things that had happened while she was trapped underground and silently searching for Morax. Her rage about her own defeat silently boiling under the surface until she one day battles him again. Now enough yapping about her lore, time to talk about her design. I struggled a lot to make her, and you can see it was mostly the colors I had a problem with. In the beginning, I wanted her to have white hair and blue clothes with orange eyes because I thought it would look really good. What about partway through? I realized that it just looked like I was making a witchy Farina and scrapped that. I tried a bunch of different things, including making her hair coral, but that looked too much like one of my other OCs, and changing her eyes to be blue and her clothes to be orange, but I didn't like any of that. You can see I'm using Pit Crew as a reference, and I ended up playing around with her colors until I settled on making her a ginger with blue clothes. I wanted to give her witch clothes, although not for any particular reason. I didn't want it to be super big and flowy, so I chose a skirt that was short but flowy and leaned towards one side. I also really wanted to add a corset because they look amazing, so yeah, that's why she has it. You can see me making a staff, and that's me making what I would think her signature weapon would be. The reason it has so many plants on it is because I would like to think that she made the staff out of the ground and the plants just came with it. She is supposed to be a Geo character, so after this I added the lantern on the staff a bit to make it glow orange. I really hope you like her design. I think she might be my favorite character that I've ever made, and I'll make a Zhongli design to go with her and probably make some cool edited photo to post. Bye!